Chosen one, this is your final test. Stand tall. There comes a moment in every life when the path ahead narrows, when the shadows seem to stretch longer than the day, when the weight of doubt presses upon the chest and whispers of surrender echo in the mind. This is not a time for hesitation or retreat, for the universe has singled you out, has placed before you a challenge that is both immense and intimate, a test that is crafted uniquely for the strength that lies hidden within you. Stand tall, for every heartbeat, every breath, every step you have taken up to this point has led to this threshold. The world is not merely watching, it is waiting, responding to the vibration of your resolve, bending its energies subtly to the stance you take. In this hour, even the smallest act of courage becomes a beacon, a force that radiates outward, touching places unseen, stirring currents that have lain dormant for ages, awakening the latent potential within and around you. As you walk this path, know that the universe listens in whispers and roars alike. If your heart carries a wish, if your spirit nurtures a longing, then let it be expressed. Share it not only in silence but in intention, in the writing of it, in the proclamation of it to the world. Watch this video until its end. Let its rhythm synchronize with your energy, and then write in the comments your warmest wishes, accompanied by 66, a number that holds its own vibration, its own resonance. In doing so, you do more than ask for something to manifest. You contribute to the energy that flows across all realms, joining with the currents of possibility, reinforcing the thread that links intention to reality, and awakening in yourself the awareness that even the subtlest desires carry power when aligned with focus, clarity, and unwavering faith. Beyond wishes, beyond desire, there lies the raw landscape of choice, of decision, of action. This is where the true test begins, where standing tall is not merely a phrase but an embodied experience. To stand tall is to plant your feet firmly upon the ground of reality, while your mind reaches upward toward the infinite, embracing both the tangible and the unseen. It is to hold your head high even as storms rage, to feel the winds of fear and doubt battering against your resolve, and yet to breathe evenly, to center your spirit, to summon a calm that radiates outward. Every challenge you face is a mirror, reflecting the depths of courage you possess, the shadows that cling, and the light that has always existed within. The path is neither smooth nor predictable. It winds, it curves, it rises sharply, and it falls unexpectedly. But each rise and fall, each bend in the journey, is designed to awaken you, to stretch your perception of what is possible, to sharpen the instruments of awareness, resilience, and discernment that lie within your grasp. Consider the nature of fear, how it manifests not only as a warning, but as a signal, a guidepost. Fear marks the edges of your comfort, highlighting where growth can occur. To confront it is to acknowledge the dimensions of your inner world, to name what lurks unseen and to bring it into the light. Stand tall, not in defiance of fear, but in conscious acknowledgement of it, letting your awareness transform tension into energy, trepidation into focus. In this space, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, the mundane becomes sacred. Every heartbeat is a drum calling you forward, every breath a wind carrying you into alignment with the rhythm of the universe itself. You are not merely walking a path, you are becoming the path, a living conduit of determination, clarity, and unwavering strength. There is a rhythm to standing tall, a cadence that grows clearer with each moment of deliberate presence. Begin with posture, not for the eyes of others, but for the alignment of your own body and mind. Lift your chest, set your shoulders back, allow your spine to elongate as if the crown of your head reaches toward the cosmos. Feel the weight of gravity, the anchor of the earth beneath your feet, the interconnection of every cell in your body responding to your intent. This is not vanity, nor is it empty ritual. It is a recognition of your own sovereignty, a silent declaration to the universe that you are prepared to face what comes, to embody the potential that has always resided within. When the world tries to pull you down, when circumstances press from all sides, your stance becomes a testament, an unspoken message that the chosen one does not falter, does not waver, and does not yield to despair. In the silence between moments, in the spaces where thought seems to dissolve into nothingness, there is a profound power available to you. It is not loud, nor does it announce itself with fanfare. It is the stillness that allows insight to emerge, the quiet where clarity sharpens. Stand within that quiet and let your mind observe without judgment. Let your heart pulse with intention, and let your spirit resonate with the truth that every trial, every obstacle, every moment of resistance is a teacher. The universe does not oppose you. It tests the clarity, courage, and consistency of your being. In responding with grace, with determination, with the steadfastness of one who knows their purpose, you activate not only personal strength, but also contribute to the harmonic energy that courses through all existence. Each decision you make, each choice to rise when others fall, each commitment to persist despite uncertainty, sends ripples outward. Even in moments of solitude, your stance communicates. It vibrates with authenticity, touching those you may never meet, influencing circumstances in ways subtle and profound. The chosen one does not exist in isolation. Their energy interacts with the collective, reinforcing courage in others, creating pathways where none existed, illuminating darkness in ways that cannot always be measured. To stand tall is to acknowledge this responsibility, not as a burden, but as a privilege, a chance to embody the ideal, to become a living testament to what is possible when one embraces their destiny with open eyes and unwavering heart. The journey is not linear. There will be fatigue, moments when the body, mind, and spirit all cry out for respite. Yet the call of the final test is relentless, and to heed it is to embrace the fullness of existence itself. Each challenge, no matter how daunting, contains the seed of growth. Pain, disappointment, loss. These are not signs of failure, but the refining fire that strengthens resolve, hones perception, and clarifies purpose. Stand tall amidst adversity, and recognize that the act itself transforms you, shifting the balance within and around you. The more you confront with integrity and courage, the more the world aligns, often imperceptibly, to support the emergence of the truth within your own being. There is also the power of focus, a concentrated awareness that becomes a shield and a lens at once. Let the mind fix upon the path, not distracted by echoes of regret or whispers of doubt. Let your vision extend beyond immediate obstacles to the horizon of possibility, seeing what others cannot yet perceive. In doing so, you align with the underlying currents of energy, those invisible threads that weave together intention, action, and outcome. Every step, even the smallest, becomes significant. Every thought, every feeling, every moment of conscious presence contributes to the tapestry of what is becoming. This is the essence of the final test, not merely to endure, but to engage with life fully, to recognize the sacred in every encounter, and to understand that your stance, your presence, your unwavering commitment to rise above is a force in itself, a source of inspiration and transformation. And so, chosen one, as you continue along this path, remember that standing tall is not a single act, but a continuous practice, a discipline that engages body, mind, and spirit. It requires vigilance, courage, and above all, belief in the inherent value and power of your own being. To falter is human, to rise again is divine. Every challenge that comes, every shadow that stretches across your way, is an invitation to embody this principle, to act with clarity, to move with integrity, to live with unwavering purpose. You are called not to perfection, but to presence, a presence that radiates strength, courage, and truth, a presence that lifts others even as you ascend, a presence that stands as a testament to the power that resides within those who answer the call of their destiny. As you step further into this journey, chosen one, understand that the path of standing tall is both solitary and interconnected. It is solitary because it asks you to face the raw edges of your own being, to confront thoughts, emotions, and impulses that you may have long ignored or suppressed. It is interconnected because every act of courage, every demonstration of clarity and resolve, sends vibrations outward, touching lives, influencing events, and shaping the unseen currents that flow through existence. The universe, vast and intricate, responds to such acts not with judgment, but with alignment. When you choose to remain steadfast, when you choose to rise again and again despite fatigue, confusion, or fear, you are sending a signal that resonates across all dimensions, reinforcing the harmony that underlies the chaos of experience. This harmony does not arrive as a loud proclamation. It emerges subtly, sometimes imperceptibly, as doors opening where none seemed possible, as synchronicities appearing at just the right moment, as insights that illuminate the next step when all seems dark. The trials you face are not mere obstacles. They are initiations, opportunities to refine your perception and strengthen your spirit. Each trial asks for more than endurance. It asks for clarity, discernment, and alignment with your highest self. You may encounter moments when the weight of responsibility seems unbearable, when the currents of life push against you in every direction. In such times, pause. Stand firmly in your center, feeling the solidity of the earth beneath your feet and the limitless expanse of the sky above your head. Let the tension flow through you without breaking you. Let it sharpen your senses rather than cloud them. Each challenge is a mirror, reflecting not only the external pressures you face but also the internal energies you carry. By observing, by engaging with awareness rather than resistance, you convert pressure into power, difficulty into mastery. The chosen one understands that mastery is not control over others or circumstances. Mastery is command over self, alignment with purpose, and to act with precision, clarity, and integrity regardless of external chaos. In this space, patience becomes a weapon and discernment a shield. You learn to see patterns where others see randomness, to perceive threads connecting events, to recognize the hidden lessons embedded in every encounter. Even the smallest interaction carries significance. A word spoken, a gesture offered, a choice made in conscious alignment ripples outward, often unseen, yet profoundly impactful. The act of standing tall, of embodying strength without arrogance, of radiating calm in the face of turbulence, becomes a lighthouse not only for yourself, but for countless others whose paths intersect with yours, knowingly or unknowingly. There is a rhythm to this journey, a cadence that must be discovered and respected. It is a rhythm that aligns with the flow of life itself, an ebb and flow of challenge and recovery, exertion and rest, action and reflection. To ignore this rhythm is to invite chaos. To synchronize with it is to amplify your effectiveness. Observe your energy carefully, chosen one. Notice when your mind becomes scattered, when emotions cloud perception, when the body signals fatigue or stress. Honor these signals, not as weakness, but as guidance. Reset, recalibrate, and return to the stance of presence and alignment. In doing so, you create a sustainable power, a reservoir of energy that allows you to navigate even the most turbulent conditions without being swept away. As you walk this path, the importance of clarity cannot be overstated. Clarity is not mere intellectual understanding. It is the deep, intuitive knowing that comes from aligning heart, mind, and spirit. It is the ability to see beyond illusions, beyond distraction, and to recognize the essential truth that lies at the core of any situation. When clarity is present, action becomes effortless, as if the right path reveals itself naturally, and resistance falls away. Confusion, indecision, and fear are temporary fogs, dissipated by the steady light of presence, awareness, and intention. Stand tall within this clarity, chosen one, for it is both a compass and a weapon, guiding you through uncertainty and ensuring that every step is purposeful, deliberate, and infused with power. The energy of standing tall is not limited to the physical posture or the psychological mindset. It extends into the realm of the unseen, where intention interacts with the fabric of reality itself. Every thought, every feeling, every act of focus contributes to this energy. When you align fully, you create a resonance that attracts support, opportunity, and insight. This resonance is not about manipulating outcomes or forcing circumstances to bend to your will. It is about creating a state of being that allows what is aligned with your purpose to emerge naturally, effortlessly, and harmoniously. The chosen one becomes a conductor of these energies, not by domination, but by presence, coherence, and intentionality. In this stage of the journey, patience and persistence become inseparable companions. There will be moments when progress seems imperceptible, when the challenges feel overwhelming, when external pressures threaten to unravel even the most disciplined stance. Yet it is precisely in these moments that standing tall becomes most crucial. To falter is human, but to rise again in conscious alignment transforms every trial into a triumph. Persistence does not mean blind effort. It means steady engagement, unwavering attention to the process, and trust in the unseen forces that respond to consistent alignment. Over time, what seemed impossible gradually shifts, opportunities appear, and the path forward becomes visible. The chosen one also learns the subtle art of transformation, how to turn adversity into insight, tension into clarity, and limitation into opportunity. Every challenge carries within it a seed of growth. By observing without judgment, by acting with presence and discernment, by maintaining alignment with purpose, you allow these seeds to blossom. The universe is not a neutral backdrop. It is a responsive, dynamic system that reacts to the energy you project. Every act of courage, every conscious choice, every moment of authentic presence contributes to the broader resonance, shaping both personal destiny and the unfolding of collective energy. In the deeper layers of this journey, you encounter the interplay between action and stillness. Both are required. Action alone, without awareness, becomes forceful and misaligned. Stillness alone, without integration, becomes passive and stagnant. The chosen one learns to weave these together, to act decisively from a foundation of stillness, to observe deeply while moving forward, to embody presence in motion. This dynamic balance is not learned through theory, but through practice, through repeated engagement with challenge, through conscious reflection and unwavering attention to the path. Each moment becomes a laboratory for growth, a space in which courage, clarity, and integrity are tested, refined, and expanded. Remember always that standing tall is a practice of alignment, integrity, and intentionality. It is not a single heroic act, but a sustained cultivation of awareness, courage, and resilience. It requires honoring the body, nurturing the mind, and awakening the spirit. It demands observation without attachment, engagement without ego, and persistence without despair. Each moment in which you choose presence, each decision to rise in the face of challenge, strengthens not only your own being, but contributes to the larger field of energy, subtly influencing events, interactions, and outcomes in ways that may never be fully known. The final test is ongoing, and there is no endpoint in the conventional sense. It is an invitation to inhabit your full potential, to rise continuously, to expand awareness and capacity, and to recognize that your stance, your courage, your clarity, and your presence are themselves forces of transformation. Chosen one, to stand tall is to embrace the infinite, to walk with consciousness, to honor your inner power, and to radiate the truth of your being into the world. Each step, each breath, each moment of intentionality is a declaration that you are prepared, that you are awake, and that you are ready to meet whatever arises with unwavering strength. The journey of the chosen one is not only about facing external trials, it is equally about the internal alchemy that occurs when the spirit is tested, stretched, and awakened. Every moment of challenge, every encounter with fear, doubt, or discomfort is an invitation to transform, to refine the raw material of the self into something luminous, disciplined, and profoundly alive. Standing tall is not a posture alone. It is a state of consciousness that grows sharper and more resilient with each encounter, each choice, each act of conscious engagement. You will find that as external pressures mount, the true measure of your strength is revealed not in physical endurance alone, but in the steadiness of your mind, the clarity of your vision, and the depth of your connection to your inner source of power. The inner landscape of the chosen one is vast and intricate, filled with hidden recesses where both light and shadow reside. To stand tall, one must venture into these spaces with courage and honesty, recognizing that the darkness within is not an enemy to be defeated, but a part of the whole to be integrated. Shadow holds wisdom, often hidden behind fear, resistance, or discomfort. By observing these aspects without judgment, you gain insight into your patterns, your responses, and your potential. This awareness transforms obstacles into teachers, missteps into lessons, and resistance into fuel. The chosen one learns to navigate this internal terrain with discernment, using every experience as a stepping stone toward mastery, resilience, and alignment with purpose. Resilience, in this context, is not mere toughness. It is the art of bending without breaking, of flowing without losing form, of absorbing the pressures of life and converting them into strength. Each setback, each difficulty, Each moment of discomfort is an opportunity to deepen this resilience. You may feel the strain on body and mind, the tension in emotion, the stirring of doubt, but the act of returning to center, of reclaiming presence, fortifies the spirit. In doing so, you discover that your energy is not finite. It is regenerative, expanding with intention, flowing more freely with each conscious effort to realign with purpose. Standing tall becomes less about resisting external forces and more about harmonizing with them, using them as catalysts for growth, expansion, and awakening. The refinement of courage is a central aspect of this journey. True courage is quiet, steady, and grounded. It does not boast or seek recognition. It simply acts, anchored in the knowledge that integrity, clarity, and purpose are more powerful than fear. Courage manifests in many forms. The decision to speak truth when silence is easier, the choice to act when uncertainty looms, the willingness to remain present when distraction or despair beckons. The chosen one learns that courage is cultivated through repeated practice, through facing small fears daily, through maintaining alignment in the face of subtle and overt challenges alike. Over time, this courage becomes a natural extension of being, radiating outward and influencing circumstances, people, and energies in ways subtle yet profound. Energy itself is central to the practice of standing tall. The chosen one becomes increasingly aware of the subtle currents of life, the flow of vitality that connects mind, body, and spirit. You learn to harness this energy, not for control or domination, but for alignment, clarity, and intentionality. Breath, posture, focus, and awareness become tools for channeling energy effectively, transforming scattered or reactive states into coherent, potent expressions of self. This energetic awareness allows the chosen one to act with precision, to maintain presence amidst chaos, and to radiate calm, strength, and confidence into every interaction. It is through mastery of this internal energy that the challenges of the outer world are approached with skill, insight, and unwavering resolve. Transformation also requires the discipline of observation. The chosen one learns to watch thought, emotion, and sensation without attachment, noticing patterns without judgment. This observation allows for discernment, the ability to choose responses consciously rather than react unconsciously. The mind becomes a tool of clarity rather than a source of confusion. The heart, a center of resonance rather than a well of distraction. Each moment of mindful observation strengthens the capacity to act in alignment with purpose, ensuring that every step forward is deliberate, coherent, and infused with power. Through this practice, the chosen one develops not only resilience and courage, but also the capacity to embody a presence that is both stabilizing and transformative for the self and others. Interconnected with this internal mastery is the understanding of impermanence. The chosen one comes to see that circumstances, challenges, and even states of mind are transient. Nothing remains fixed. Everything flows, changes, and evolves. By embracing this truth, fear of failure diminishes, attachment loosens, and the capacity to act with clarity and courage expands. Standing tall in the face of impermanence is an act of profound wisdom. It acknowledges the fleeting nature of life while asserting the enduring strength of presence, purpose, and integrity. This understanding allows the chosen one to navigate uncertainty with grace, to move through turbulence with steadiness, and to emerge from trials not only intact, but strengthened, wiser, and more aligned. Every decision, every choice, every conscious act compounds in significance as the journey continues. The chosen one becomes acutely aware of the ripple effect of presence. To stand tall is to project stability, strength, and clarity outward, influencing not only personal circumstances, but also the energetic field surrounding oneself. Others may feel this presence unconsciously, drawing courage, clarity, or inspiration from it. The world responds subtly to the vibration of the chosen one, aligning circumstances, opportunities, and insights to support continued growth, provided that the alignment remains authentic, intentional, and sustained. Integration of these lessons is ongoing. The chosen one understands that mastery is not a destination, but a living, breathing process. It is maintained through continual practice, reflection, and engagement with both inner and outer worlds. The journey is cyclical, with moments of expansion, contraction, insight, and challenge. Yet each cycle strengthens the foundation, deepens understanding, and amplifies the capacity to act with coherence, clarity, and courage. Standing tall becomes not just an act of response to challenge, but a habitual way of being, a natural resonance that permeates thought, emotion, action, and energy. As the chosen one progresses, the relationship between intention and manifestation becomes evident. When aligned fully, thoughts, actions, and energies converge, creating conditions for outcomes that reflect purpose and integrity. This alignment is not about control over circumstances, but about harmonizing with the currents of life, allowing opportunity and insight to emerge naturally. Every moment of alignment reinforces the chosen one's strength, deepens clarity, and expands capacity to influence the world positively. It is through this integration of inner mastery, courage, and energetic attunement that the chosen one becomes truly prepared for the final test, standing tall not in fear, not in reaction, but in complete, unwavering presence. In this state of alignment, the chosen one understands that the final test is not a single moment, but the culmination of every choice and act of presence along the journey. Strength is shown in the unwavering commitment to rise and act with clarity and integrity. To stand tall in this way is to embody mastery, a living testament to courage, resilience, and the power of conscious alignment. Each step forward reflects the infinite potential within, a quiet yet profound expression of being fully present.